Welcome to the Tarryn Reeves Show, the podcast for elite entrepreneurs, visionary leaders, and high-impact CEOs who are ready to grow their brand, amplify their message, and build a legacy. I'm your host, Tarryn Reeves, multiple international best-selling author, publishing strategist, and founder of Automatic Authority Publishing and Press House. Each week, we dive into powerful conversations with trailblazing entrepreneurs and changemakers who are using storytelling to scale their business and impact. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for a dose of inspiration, strategy, and the truth behind what it really takes to turn your wisdom into wealth. Alrighty, welcome back to the Tarryn Reeves Show, where we don't do fluff, we do results. If you've ever dreamed of writing a best-selling book but thought, I don't have time to do that, or it's too hard, or it isn't the right time, this episode is going to flip that belief on its head. Today, I'm walking you through exactly how to write a nonfiction book that sells and do it in just 30 days. Yes, 30, not 300. And before you go rolling your eyes, let me just say this. I wrote one of my books in 7 days while raising a 7-year-old and a newborn. So yeah, if I can do it, you can absolutely do it in 30. So let's go. The first step is to start with strategy and not sentiment. And I know that this one is hard. Before you ever write a word, you need to know 3 things. Number 1, what transformation are you promising? Number 2, who is your reader and what are they struggling with right now? And 3, how does this book link to your business? And that is super, super important. This is not a personal journal. It's a marketing machine. Your book must solve a specific problem for a specific person and naturally lead to your paid offer, whether that's coaching, a program, a service, or a product. If you want an example, let's say you're a business coach. Your book might be something like Scale Without Burnout, the 7 systems every CEO needs. And inside you, guide them through the exact systems that lead straight into your mastermind. Okay. Step number 2 is to brain dump everything. You want to do a brain dump to avoid the overthinking. So I'm talking grab a notebook, Google Doc, whiteboard, whatever works for you, and brain dump everything you know about your topic. Don't edit it. Don't question yourself. Just word vomit that out, pour it all out. And then you want to cluster those ideas into 5 to 10 core themes. Those core themes, they're your chapters. It can be that simple. Step number 3 is to create a skeleton outline. And this skeleton outline really is your secret weapon. For each chapter, I want you to put down some dot points. I want you to write down, what is the point of this chapter? What stories, stats, or client examples could go in that chapter? What key takeaway should the reader walk away with? And what is the call to action? What do you want them to do next? So now you're not staring at a blank page. Now you're following a roadmap. The next step is to set a 30-day writing plan that actually works. Okay. I don't believe that it is reasonable to expect a busy entrepreneur to put their entire life on hold and to sequester themselves in some hotel room or cabin in the woods to write their book. We're all busy people. We're friends, we're husbands, we're wives, we're daughters, we're friends, we're parents, we're entrepreneurs. So that's just not reasonable. You have to find what works for you and your schedule. Here's the breakdown that I give my clients. You want to have a word count goal. So think 30,000 to 40,000 words roughly for a nonfiction business building book. That's about 1,000 to 1,300 words a day. The writing time per day that you would need would be about 45 to 60 minutes to achieve that. And so you want to pick a time slot in your day and map it out like it's the most important meeting of your day, because it is. That meeting with yourself each day is going to result in a book that is going to open doors and generate leads for you, like your most highest paying client. And if life happens, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. You can double up one day. Skip the guilt and stay in momentum. The other thing that I want to tell you is that you can use a voice to text app if you hate typing. If you're not a writer, cool, you're a talker. That's okay. Talk it out. Use something like Otter AI, Descript, or even the voice recorder on your phone. Talk through each chapter using your outline and then clean it up later or hand it off to an editor or your VA or your friend to try and tidy it up before it actually goes to proper editing. Done. Job done. It's not something that needs to take you years. Now, I want you to hear this, and this is super important. The first draft isn't supposed to be perfect. In fact, if you're anything like me, your book will never be perfect. It will never be to the standard that you expect it to be. And that's okay. The first draft is supposed to suck. Perfection is the enemy of progress. And I know that you already know this, but it's so hard to stay the course here. But you cannot edit a blank page, but you can polish a messy one. Just write and edit it later. When it does come to editing, you need to edit with intention and not emotion. Once the draft is done, you need to do a read through and ask yourself, does this make sense? Is it clear? You want to cut the fluff, keep it tight, punchy, practical. And then you want to hire a professional editor if you are serious about positioning this as a bestseller. And you really should be. I promise you, professional editing is an absolute non-negotiable. At my company, we actually do 3 rounds of editing: a structural edit, a copy edit, and a proofread before we even go to test publication. Once it's gone through the editing and you're ready to go, you don't want to forget the marketing strategy. You don't just want a finished book, you want a book that actually sells. And so just like anything in business, you have to have a marketing strategy, because if people don't know about it, if you just slap it up on Amazon and hope for sales to roll in, you're going to be sad. So ask yourself these things as part of your marketing strategy. Does your title clearly promise a benefit? Does the subtitle speak to your ideal reader's pain? Okay, so your title must promise a benefit and your subtitle must speak to your ideal reader's pain points. Then you want to talk about the book blurb. This is the copy on the back of the book. You want to assess whether your book blurb converts browsers into buyers. Think of it as the sign outside your shop. It's one of your first opportunities to turn people who are just looking into people who are purchasing. Then you want to think about it as if, like, are you launching your book like a product with a funnel, lead magnets, and an actual plan? Because a book without a launch strategy is like hosting a party and forgetting to invite people. You might have a little bit of fun on your own, but it's really better if you invite people. All right. Then you want to get accountability, because here's the truth. People don't fail because they're not smart enough. They fail because they fall into procrastination or that little voice in their head that's the inner critic, or life happens, and they fail because nobody is holding them accountable. Get a book coach, get a writing coach, join a group, hire a publishing team, partner with someone like us who will not let you quit. This is how you turn someday I'm going to be an author into I am an author. And now my business is doing better than it ever has before. Once you've written your book, don't just hit publish and walk away. Plan a launch. You want to celebrate like a CEO. Share it on podcasts, in your newsletter, with your network. Run a bestseller campaign, collect reviews, build a funnel that captures leads. Your book is an authority asset. Treat it like one. Alrighty, so let's recap. Writing a best-selling nonfiction book in 30 days is 100% doable if you nail your message, outline strategically, write consistently, edit intentionally, and launch like a CEO. You don't need 6 months, you need 30 days of focused action to get it written. And if you want help, you know where to find me. Head to automaticauthority.com and let's turn your wisdom into a best-selling book that builds your empire. Thanks for tuning in to the Tarryn Reeves Show. If today's episode lit a fire in you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a story that could transform your business. If you're ready to write the book that positions you as the go-to authority in your industry, visit automaticauthority.com to find out how we can help you make it happen. Until next time, keep owning your story, leading with impact, and building a legacy.